Tyler, as a child, he was the only boy. He was the baby. He has 3 older sisters. Very spoiled, a loving child, always hugging, kissing.
He was adventurous. He loved to go fishing, frogging, cast netting. As a child, we was always in the woods. We'd be out all day, and we knew to go home when the street lights came on. Loved to make somebody else smile. I don't know, he was just genuine. He played shortstop, very good at his position, and many more. As he grew up, he went to Central Lafourche High School. He graduated.
I was so proud of him.
That was the last hug I got to give him, was that night.
So when he got his license, his daddy gave him his truck, and he loved that truck. He was a very good driver, very
Responsible.
defensive driver. He was a very defensive driver. So I'd always tell him that I never wanted him with nobody else. I always wanted him to drive, and his friend said, "Tyler, let's go to the party." I get the phone call. I jump out the bed. I go answer it. I don't know how long it's been ringing for. There's a lady on the other end of the phone. She said, "Tyler Dufrene was in a very bad crash. We're getting ready to ship him to university. We need y'all to get here as soon as possible." And we leave, and I see his truck parked by a friend's house. And I said, "Oh God, he must be with somebody." And then we finally get to the back. And I just see him laying there. And I just knew it didn't look good. And I just kept telling him, "We here, and it's gonna be okay." And I remember talking to the state trooper, and he's saying that the guy that hit him was impaired. They were taking blood tests and all that, and so we finally come to New Orleans. And it took forever. And I remember them putting us in a room. And I just remember the doctor saying that there was nothing they could do for him. And I remember just hitting the floor, and that was it.
All I could think was just to pray. Just get everybody up and pray. You know, for a miracle, we needed a miracle. And we didn't get that miracle. But we gained a lot of other lives from just his. And he gets to live on through other people. And it kind of gives me comfort.
Tyler had organ donation, a little red heart on his license. He said, "If something happens to me and I can't have it, then I'd rather someone else have it." Organ donation, look how many lives my son saved. I get phone calls thanking me, you know, they think about me every day. They can't thank me enough for making the decision. And you know, really it wasn't my decision, that was Tyler's decision at 15 years old to put that heart on his license. And I'm proud of him. He saved Mr. Dino with his heart. He's a pastor.
Yeah.
I got to meet him. He lives in Lafayette, and I surprised him one morning. We showed up at his church and got to hear his heart.
My childhood was kind of rough. I was in the hospital off and on. I lived in the hospital pretty much my first 3 years of life. My liver was enlarged most of the time, so I was on a lot of medicine that helped with nausea, which caused me to sleep all the time. We just really didn't know what to say. I think that we had waited so long, and the time had finally come. So we were really in a state of shock. And now I'm starting college. I started last week actually, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm blessed and grateful for this opportunity that I've been given. I can't express my gratitude to my donor family or any other donor family because it's really hard to put into words how grateful I am to have the opportunity to live. I get to be a sissy again, and I mean, that just made my heart happy. So I just want to say thank you, and I'm sorry. I just wanted them to understand how blessed and what a difference they've made in my life.
I realized my miracle would become, somebody else's miracle. Organ donation wasn't even thought of at that point. The doctors were doing pretty much everything that they could for Tyler.
My son's injuries were not survivable.
He wasn't going to survive his crash, regardless of organ donation.
As a mother that lost my son at 17 years old, think before you get behind that wheel as an impaired driver, texting and driving. Your mother could be sitting here. Be open about it with your parents. Sit down and talk to them about being an organ donor, and let them know that that's what you decide to do, and that's what you want. With Tyler's story, a lot of people went and get that little red heart on their license.
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe the people that called and texted and emailed us saying that we went change our license to that little red heart because of Tyler. Tyler is my hero.